It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Won by the Raptors. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Well, you suck.
Fred VanVleet. Lowry. And that's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Marc Gasol, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And finishes strong. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Toronto with the basketball. Fred VanVleet, great look and vision. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. That's smart with the rebound. To Walker. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Lowry into the front court. His team up by one. To VanVleet. Jason Tatum with a piece. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Fred VanVleet. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Celtics have it. Take stock of the floor. Probing the defense. Walker. Cruises inside for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Lowry with it. Leads just a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry gets it in the left corner. No good. To Marcus Smart. Deep right corner. Walker buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry to VanVleet. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Jaylen Brown. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Jaylen Brown rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Celtics have it. Walker. Tatum. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Walker. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 4. Good start.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Marcus Smart. Jason Tatum sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Van Vliet. Trying to cash in. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Lowry into the front court. Lead is 2. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Walker to Marcus Smart. Beyond the arc for 3. Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down by 1. To Gasol. Lowry. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the three.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
Time to shuffle things up. To Marcus Smart. Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Lowry into the front court. 2-point advantage. Shot from the lane won't go. To Jaylen Brown. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Slams it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Brown into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Walker. Tatum. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Toronto with the basketball. Short jumper won't fall. Deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry with it. 5-point game. Fred VanVleet. Lowry had made his first couple, but he misses there. Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Raptors come away with it. Good. Off a spin.
That's tough. I mean, for anybody.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker goes to the left side. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Hits the free throw. To Cantor. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Toronto has the basketball. Probing the defense. Lowry to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
I got ball. It's all me. I told you the screen was coming.
Won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Jaylen Brown. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Stanley Johnson. And he'll head to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Count the basket inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
McCaw into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. To Ibaka. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Serge Ibaka at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Boston with the basketball. To Jaylen Brown. The drive right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Tatum, they have to keep him in their grasp.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
To Stanley Johnson. To Ibaka. Enes Kanter swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Time for some new personnel into the game. play one here at TD Garden with the Celtics on top. Jay and I back to Boston after this. You're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
That boy's living his best life.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Nothing going here on that drive. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Patrick McCall at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Celtics have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
McCall to Powell. Terrific vision. Patrick McCall, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down.
For the Celtics, number 36, Marcus Smart.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Celtics have it.
I got ball. I got something for him.
Surveys the floor.
Pick.
Won't go. McCaw into the front court. Down 4.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Powell to Hollis Jefferson. From the painted area, won't go down. To the outside, to Marcus Smart. Going to launch beyond the arc. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. And a pass stolen by Boston. Knocks it down.
And here's a setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, Eventually, I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. McCall to Stanley Johnson. Whoa, what a finish.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Sizing up the defense. To Cantor. Shot misses there by Smart. Screen coming. Great feed. Sets it up. Finish that. From long range. That won't go. Johnson gets it in the left corner. Enes Kanter snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Okay, reset. Here we go, my ball.
Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. McCaw into the front court. Down 3. To Powell. Ibaka. Flushes it home. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. Smothering D. Powell. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Tosses. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Curling inside. Good. Off a spin.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Toronto with the basketball. McCall to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's now 5 for 6.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Brown into the front court. Down a point. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, I don't know if you called that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
McCaw into the front court. They trail by 2. Enes Kanter able to recover with the block. Jaylen Brown tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Ibaka bothered just enough on that one. Cantor.
Nah, I don't need no screen.
To Jaylen Brown.
Double, double, double.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. And the rebound taken by McCaw. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics.
That's me. I got ball.
Rocking the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Fred VanVleet.
Entering the game for Boston, number 8.
Celtics able to clear the board. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet. To McCaw. To Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from long range.
That's his first personal foul.
Jaylen Brown is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 65% free throw shooter.
Shooting 3.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second of 3, no good. Unfortunate. Missed all 3 at the line. To Gasol. Down low. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Here we go. I got it.
Here comes the screen.
Screen right there. Big screen.
Pascal Siakam pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Walker. Tough shot. Well defended. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Boston with the basketball.
You're on the island now.
Take stock of the floor. To Jaylen Brown. Fires the 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Marcus Smart. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Lowry. Add 2 points to the board. Walker. Marc Gasol sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down 2. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Passed it off. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here we go. I got him.
To Marcus Smart. Goes reverse to lay it in.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Lowry. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Lowry converts the 3-point play as the Raptors able to extend their lead. One free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. Marc Gasol with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry. Baseline drive. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Pascal Siakam has got 2 shots coming. His career mark right now sits at 63%. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Brown with it up top. Final minute, first half. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Van Vliet. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Old school equals high percentage.
Brown into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Has a look. Shot by Tatum won't go. Lowry to Gasol. Oh, the slam popped out. Brown with it up top. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Screen coming. For three. Well defended. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the period. The Raptors in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Raptors put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Celtics would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
The Boston Celtics were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Lowry and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. Walker to Jaylen Brown. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Walker, he engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lowry to Van Vliet. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
OG Anunoby at the line for 2 shots. Not the best career mark, 62%. Able to convert on both free throws. Celtics have it. To Kemba Walker. Probing the defense. He's looking for an opening. Screen coming. Walker goes to the left side. Shot clock violation. Has a chance. Gets a look. And a putback slam.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Block up. Here he comes.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Working it outside to Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Celtics have it. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Jumper's good.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Lowry into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
I got him.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaylen Brown. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Walker into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Walker. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Tough make through traffic.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Smart. Beyond the arc for 3. Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot. To Smart. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lowry. Wide open look, won't go. Raptors come away with it. Can't connect from in close. To Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 3 for 6 now.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
It goes down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Lowry. Great feed. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Walker with the basketball. Down a bundle. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 4 out of 7.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
New blood coming in for both sides. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Lowry. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try, no good. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. To Hollis Jefferson. To Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Fires the 3, buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Has a look. Working hard on the glass. Lowry buries the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys holding the big lead. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. And draws the foul.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Norman Powell, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Hayward to Cantor.
Hey, double screen.
To Marcus Smart. OG Anunoby. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
From long range. Not getting the bounce. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. And hits at the line. Substitution being made in this one. Hayward. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Turns and slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. McCall to Lowry. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To McCall. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Here's a chance from long range. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. To Hollis Jefferson. Goes to the left side. McCall to Lowry. Lets it fly from long range. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy, because leads can evaporate quickly.
Good look there, but it's no good. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the 4th quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up. Big pick right there.
The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. Oh, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
He knows he needs his bench. Brad Stevens turns to his reserves. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here comes the screen. Ah, the monster stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Lowry has the basketball. Another chance. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
The pass set it all up.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
From the painted area, won't go down. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
That is great vision to set it up. Serge Ibaka slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
To Ibaka. And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's a big finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Toronto with the basketball. Probing the defense. Lowry to Stanley Johnson. Got it.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Swings it. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Van Vliet. Runner's good there. Hayward. Has a chance. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Marc Gasol with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Shot from the lane won't go. There you go. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
I got something for him. I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
Walker to Jaylen Brown.
I told you the screen was coming.
Fires the three. Second effort. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. With that, he's 5 for 9.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Lowry. To Gasol. Lowry to Gasol. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second of three is good. Knocks down all three at the line. To Lowry. Marc Gasol. He's now 5 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Walker, deep left corner. For three, buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Gasol. Lowry. To VanVleet. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Lowry. Gasol. Wide open look, won't go. To Walker. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Goes to the right side. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. And scores. Great body control on the step through.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Tatum knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Lowry. Jaylen Brown rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Tatum can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Kemba Walker. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Marc Gasol sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Marcus Smart. To Lowry. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Short jumper stays out. Brown into the front court. Down a bundle. To Walker. 4-3. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen is...
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Van Vliet. To Lowry. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Fred Van Vliet to Lowry. That's a 24-second violation. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors added a win with today's solid victory. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Lowry played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.